So what is up, guys and girls? Halloween coming at ya. You're thinking about learning to ride a motorbike. Great choice, and you'll love it when you can ride it. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as buy a bike, jump on it. Motorcyclists have a lot to consider. Through this series of videos, I'll take you through all you need to know about learning to ride a motorbike. Stage 1 is going to be your CBT. So you've done your research and probably started looking at that Super Duke or Ducati Panigale that's going to be your sweet, sweet ride. In fact, you can almost hear the knicker elastic snapping now as you roll up on one of these bad boys and whisk off Margot Robbie for a quickie in the woods. Unfortunately, you don't have a license, a bike, or any gear. Dreams have been shattered. But let's get that fixed. The first thing you're going to want to do is find a training school to do your CBT. After all, whether you're 16 or 60, you've got to get that done first. Don't buy anything before you go and take your CBT. Almost all schools have the equipment that you need to take a CBT, including helmets. Most of the time they ask you to roll up in some boots. Yes, proper boots, not trainers, not flip-flops, not your mama's high heels, unless you're into that kind of thing, and jeans. They don't want to see your crusty undies while they're teaching you after all. But why do the CBT before you have any gear? Well, let's face it, you might be really, really bad at riding, and you just might not like bike life at all. So there's no point in wasting any money. Although with Margaret waiting to be picked up, there is some incentive there for you. Now remember that the CBT is not a test, it's compulsory basic training. And guess what? It is compulsory, it is basic, and it is training. You can't technically fail, but if they advise you that you need more time training, you did done goof somewhere. So what's going to happen on the CBT? Well, it's made up of 5 elements. Element A, the introduction. They make sure that you've got some eyes and you also have the ability to use them. They have a chat about gear and making sure that you don't go squidding the second you leave. Element B, where they'll introduce you to the controls of the motorcycle. If you're a driver, don't be looking for the gear stick, you won't find one. They will take you through some basic safety checks on the machine and teach you how to use the stand, which is handy if you don't want the bike to be parked lying down. Element C, hurrah! After all of the waffling, you're about to get on the beast yourself. Wait, what's that? While straddling on this beast, you will be taught such stunts as riding in a straight line, riding around a corner, stopping smoothly, changing gear, observations, riding in a figure of 8, U-turns, and how not to do a stoppie during your emergency stop. Normally after the off-road training you go and grab some lunch. The place I did mine had a really nasty cafe near, so you might want to take some money with you, or probably a sandwich or something like that. They generally don't take you to the drive-through section of McDonald's on the road section, so just bear that in mind. After all of the stunting previously, it's time for element D. I talk about how best not to get splattered on the open roads, how to be seen, and some elements of the highway code. They'll also teach you about road positioning of the motorbike. Now at last you are heading to element E, where it's going to be just you and the beast out on the open road. Well, and your instructor and his bike. And probably the 2 or 3 other people that you're doing the CBT with, and their bikes as well. But you get the idea, right? So the instructor will give you the oldest, cruddiest, and most uncomfortable radio he can find, and make you put it on your ear and then stick your lid on. It will be crackly and horrible. You'll barely be able to hear him ask the question, "Can you hear me all right?" But you'll lie and give him a thumbs up anyway, because why not? And off you go. So long as you don't crash or try and do some off-roading or run over children at the local school, you're likely to have just passed your CBT. Congratulations. Now, unfortunately, you've been about 7 hours, so Margaret's gone off with a guy on a Kawasaki Ninja. But now you're ready to start thinking about your first bike and some gear. Click the videos on screen to see what you should be looking for, and remember to hit that like and subscribe. I've been Halloween, thanks and see ya!
Make the ground shake.